Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be doing a grading job, and at the end of the grading job, we're going to use a pretty cool machine called a mulcher, where you throw the bales of straw in there, and it mulches the straw and it spreads it out nice and evenly. It's kind of cool to see. So we get to use that today because it's a bigger job. It's just easier to use a mulcher with this type of job, the size of it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a bobcat and just kind of smoothing it off, finding any holes, filling them in, and then I'll take topsoil and I'll spread topsoil all over the whole property, as you'll see in the video. Also be pulling in tree stumps. There's several in there that I had to pop out, and here's one of them. The guys are clearing out an area so we could put some road gravel in there. The customer wanted a burn area. You can see the little white dot right there. This is the finished product. We'll put, well, not finished, but we'll be putting road gravel in here. This is just so he can burn and not burn his grass, which is kind of a good idea. And now here, I'm just taking a bobcat and going throughout the whole yard and making sure there's no divots, holes, uh, washouts, and before I spread the topsoil, which I'm doing here now, I'll go through the whole job site. I got about 4 dump truck loads here of topsoil, and I'll spread that out with the bobcat, level it off, and then the guys will come behind me and rake it all out to make it look pretty cool. And then you see that truck and trailer backing in. We're putting a 2-inch with some bullet block edging around a washout where you can kind of see where the driveway slopes down to about where that truck is sitting. All the water runs off, so it's washing out. So we're gonna, and you'll see it later in the video, and I'll explain it again. But they're gonna put bullet block edging around to make a nice clean edge, and then they'll put 2-inch river rock inside there, so when the water all comes out, it hits that river rock and doesn't erode away at the ground there. It'll disperse over a wider area over the rock. If you have washouts or something, you'll notice like a lot of places they'll put breaker run or bigger rocks in there because the water is washing out something. So you put the rock in there and it slows it down, stops it, spreads it out. So that's the reason they do that. And now here's just a little close up of uh, spreading the topsoil. Throw it down, back drag it, push it, whatever you can do to make it look nice. Looks pretty nice there. And they'll come through and rake it. Now we're back to that burn pit pad. This is the road gravel. We'll dump it in there. We'll spread it out, and then he'll be able to use it for a burn pad and not burn his grass. I think it's a great idea. Then you can see the two guys working on that little area. That was what the 2-inch I was talking about before with the concrete edgers. And you can see where all the water is running there. So we needed to put it in there so it wouldn't erode away anymore. And now here we're just doing our finishing grading job here, and he's raking it out, and we'll seed it. And now here we have everything seeded, everything raked out. We're just going to take a video of everything that's been done. And then the next day we'll come in and we'll straw it with the mulcher, the straw mulcher, which it'll look pretty cool. There's the finished product of the burn pad, and there's the wash out there. So all that water will go under that, and we won't have any more washouts. So here's the lawn. It looks nice and smooth. That's the way you want it to look. You rake it out. You don't want any rocks. You definitely don't want rocks in here, so that's why we like to rake it out. We always rake out our lawns. You don't want a rock in there. Be shot out by your lawnmower the first time you mow. That'll wake you up. Okay, this is the next day here, and here we are with the straw mulcher. This thing is amazing. Look at how nice and evenly spreads out. As long as they keep it feeding in there, the straw into that little machine there, and it just blows out. It makes it a lot easier, and it goes fairly quick. Um, Now, I don't know if you noticed, but you can see the hose is a lot shorter than when we started. We blew a hole in that hose. The hose is fairly old. I gotta get a new hose for that, but yeah, we tried taping it up, and it just didn't work, so we cut it in half. So you can see I'm a lot closer to that trailer now, but that's what happened there. The hose broke on me. Now, to me, watching this stuff is satisfying, so I like watching it. But it's kind of cool. But the straw, the reason you put straw down, you put your seed, your fertilizer, and all that stuff down, and then you put your straw down. Is what it does is it holds the moisture when it rains or when you water it, and it keeps that seed nice and moist and wet. Because once you let that seed dry, it's terrible. It's horrible for your lawn. So you always want to make sure when you do a lawn, uh, make sure it's covered. And if you don't get it covered, you don't have to cover, but it's ideal to cover it with straw or whatever you need. Um, Make sure it stays wet. You don't want that to dry out because they've they've said the seed pops and you won't get any lawn. So always, if you do seed your lawn, make sure you keep it watered. You never want to let it dry out. And if you keep it watered, within 3 weeks you'll be mowing it. If you don't water it every day or keep it wet, you're just going to get a crappy looking lawn. So the biggest thing is to make sure you water it. Now here's the finished product with the straw. Um, we'll clean all these sidewalks off with a blower and everything, but this is it. This is the job. Looks pretty nice, but he waters it. Within 3 weeks, he'll be mowing. It's one of them things. You keep it watered, you'll be mowing. But this is pretty much the end of the video. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment. We really enjoy all the feedback. We're starting to get the hang of this. The guys are getting into the videotaping, and we're starting to get a little bit better. So hopefully the videos are more enjoyable. We really, really appreciate everybody watching. It's exciting when we see our numbers go up as views. We're not millions, but you know what? We're happy with what we got. We really appreciate everybody who takes the time to watch what we do and what we're doing. We got amazing videos coming up, so we're pretty excited. But thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.